As I've said before, we've had so many good games this year and we've only just got into May. Yes, we all know GTA 6 is now delayed till next year. I'm glad it gives us a chance to get through the backlog and there is a ton of games to get through. Not to mention, we've got these 17 PS5 games that you may want to check out that are coming out this month. So let's start with the PS Plus for May, and we've got Ark Survival Ascended for PS5. We have got Bellatro for PS5 and PS4. This is one I've always wanted to try. Listen, it was in the contender for Game of the Year last year, and I've just never got round to buying it. But that is something now I can download, and I recommend you do because the feedback from people who have played it, it's just been unbelievable. We've got Warhammer 40,000 Bolt Gun for PS5 and PS4. So not a bad lineup, I would say. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good. Let's start with number 17 with Despelote. Now, if you're into football games, which I used to be, FIFA, they're the same shit every year. Despelote is a football game set in Ecuador, but it's actually not what you think. It's quite weird. There are no objectives to this game, just simply explore the environments before it transitions to the next scene. And this is based off the 2002 World Cup, as Ecuador qualified for this tournament for the first time. Now, this game literally takes around 90 minutes to complete. A lot of people said there's not much to this game, but it's still quite an interesting game if you're not looking to buy a game with microtransactions and DLC. Now, number 16, we have Captain Blood, which is a pirate-themed game that has been resurrected from the 2000s. This game was in development for 10 years and then it had to be abandoned due to legal issues, and now it's being finally revived. That's crazy. It's set in the 17th century as you play as a fearsome pirate. The gameplay looks a lot of fun. It's like a hack and slash combat. You get guns, there are finishers. It does look really neat with all of these hordes of enemies and combos you can put together. Cool. Metal Eden looks really interesting, and I just played the demo to this, and this is a first-person, fast-paced sci-fi game as you control Aska, a hyper-unit android. The game has taken inspiration from Mirror's Edge and Doom. I can literally see how it's compared to Mirror's Edge, especially with the traversal. It looks unbelievable. It's just so quick paced and it's just so satisfying. This looks like a lot of fun, and you may want to check this one out. In number 14, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, the classic real-time strategy game makes its PS5 debut with 4K visuals, a remastered soundtrack, including the expansions like Lord of the West and Dynasties of India. I've never been a fan of Age of Empires, but any of you who have played this back in 1999, I could imagine you cannot wait for this one. In number 13, Revenge of the Savage Planet is a comedic survival sci-fi co-op adventure and a follow-up of 2020's Journey to the Savage Planet. You will explore vibrant alien worlds, collect resources, and battle quirky creatures. It does look fun, probably much better with a friend, and it does remind me of like that sort of Ratchet and Clank comedic style. Yeah. The Midnight Walk looks like a lovely art style, reminding me a little bit of Little Nightmares, a dark fantasy adventure from the developers behind Lost in Random. Become the Burnt One, befriend a lost lantern creature named Potboy, and use his flame to light your way through a conflicting world of wonder and terror. What is cool is that this game is also available for the VR2, which I have not mentioned in a long time. Man, mine is gathering dust, but I do love it. I need more time. Empyreal is an action RPG. This looks super interesting because you will explore this unexplored planet known as Hitherto to find a colossal monolith built by a lost civilization. From the get-go, you will want to find out what this place is and the civilization that was here. And with the current civilization or humans, you will find out whether there is something that the current civilization has missed. Basically, us now. We have definitely lost our history. You know, the Anunnaki. I'm not getting into that. The combat looks like your standard action RPG. There are different weapons which you'll be able to change later. You will choose your abilities and you will choose how you want to progress. In number 10, The Precinct is set in the 1980s, and this is a single player arcade action game which literally looks like GTA. It looks so much fun. You play as Nick Cordell Jr. as you patrol Averno. You can chase criminals and engage in these sandbox shootouts, car chases, and crime solving across a living, breathing, open world. And what else is cool about this game is that there is a dynamic weather system, a day and night cycle, so the game's conditions are going to feel very fresh. And the police chases look fun. Now, American Arcadia, this sounds proper interesting. This is a narrative-driven puzzle platformer, as you play as Trevor Hills, a normal dude living in Arcadia, a 1970s style retro futuristic city that he doesn't realize he's actually on the setting for a popular TV show. This is just like one of those episodes of Black Mirror. So his whole life is actually being broadcasted to millions, and if the ratings are low, it means death. He must escape before it's too late. I knew instantly who this voice actor was.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'll get to the point.
Of course, it's Spider-Man himself, Yuri Lowenthal. That was a very cool touch hearing his voice, and this looks super interesting. Now, number 8, I've never played any of the Doom games. I know. Since I've never played any of them, this is a great one to get into. Doom: The Dark Ages. This one I can't wait for. A prequel to the modern Doom series, this installment transports players to a medieval fantasy realm featuring new weapons and a setting. It looks absolutely mental, and for me, I'm really sold. I love FPS shooters. I like story-driven ones. I really do miss a very good first-person shooter that isn't an online freaking multiplayer Call of Duty. Roadcraft does look like a hell of a lot of fun if you like these sort of simulating games with 8 vast maps to explore. You will take control of heavy machinery and rebuild industries in devastated regions. This is like an advanced real-time physics game as you manage resources, you tackle challenges, and reshape the aftermath. Plus, you can have a team of up to 4 players in co-op to rebuild together, and there is full co-op support and voice chat as well. Blades of Fire looks super fun. This actually reminds me of like the PS3 era, obviously in a good way. The game follows a warrior named Aaron Delira, who is gifted with a sacred hammer, enabling him to craft his own steel weapons as he attempts to find his way to the royal palace to assassinate. The newly crowned Queen Neria has cast a powerful spell that turns steel into stone, and only her arms of abominations wield the divine metal against which other blades shatter. So you will need to develop your skills, craft weapons that suit your preferred fighting style, and when fighting certain foes, you need to be careful what weapon you decide to use. You also have an ally, and Adso will offer you invaluable guidance and support throughout your adventure. Now, Deliver at All Costs looks so freaking funny. This looks hilarious, like another GTA do what you want sort of thing, as you must deliver anything at all costs. You run over people to get these deliveries delivered, and even though it's all about efficiency of delivering, there's a little bit of story to this. So it's set in the 1950s, and this is a guy called Winston Green, and he needs a job, but he also has a temper and is about to get evicted when he hears about this job. So there's a really in-depth video on Konami's website. You may want to check this out, but it just looks freaking hilarious.
To ensure that every package is delivered with utmost efficiency.
My bad.
Hey, that delivery is mine to make.
This is just the beginning.
Now, this game is a visually stunning 2D experience inspired by the Sengoku period, blending traditional Japanese art with intense, fast-paced duels. What's cool about this game is that this fighting is determined by 1 to 2 hits. So if you don't parry or block properly, 1 to 2 hits and you're dead. You'll have 8 unique warriors, each featuring distinct fighting styles, and players can test their skills in multiplayer or in a different single-player mode. And that is what I like to hear, a single-player mode. Number 3, we have Disney Illusion Island. Who doesn't like Disney nowadays? I mean the old Disney. Disney Illusion Island is a 2D Disney-themed Metroidvania platformer. Players will embark on a journey with Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy to run, jump, swim, and swing their way through beautifully hand-drawn biomes in order to save the mysteriously island of Mono. In number 2, we have EA Sports F1, and this is the latest installment of the F1 series, and let's see what there is in terms of new things. Okay, we have enhanced graphics for racing enthusiasts, offering updated teams, tracks, but basically the same damn game and just updated stuff for full price. Now, number 1, we have Elden Ring Neightreign coming on the 30th of May. A lot of people are probably excited for this, and some people have said try not compare it to Elden Ring in a way. So the game is set in an alternate version of Limgrave, and this is a 3-player co-op. There is still a single-player mode, but it's intended to be played with 2 other players. It's annoying that there's no in-voice chat. So if you've got 2 randomers, you would want to kind of speak to your teammates personally. It's just weird that it's like predominantly for a 3-player co-op, and you just can't speak to your friends unless you're literally in a party with 2 other friends who are playing. There will be different characters to choose from that will be different, and each game spans 3 in-game days and nights, which will be around 30 minutes. Your 3-person squad runs around the map clearing mob camps, looting, killing lesser bosses, leveling up, and solving the occasional puzzles. At night, you can challenge a harder boss, and then the sun rises for the next day.
Victory against the Night Lord will be within reach. set forth on this thrilling and fast-paced adventure.
What do you think about the games coming in May? Is there anything that you like? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let me know. Let's take a look at the comment of the day from my previous video. The previous video. I played over 30 hours of Assassin's Creed and... yeah. Shout out to Drew B. The gameplay itself is fun, but the side content is god awful. I loved Valhalla, Odyssey, and Origins, but the side content and the way the narrative is set up in this game is so confusing. I can't even finish the game. A lot of people said Valhalla had a bad story because it was way too big, but at least it was easy to follow, and the world events were way better than these side quests. Thank you for the comment, dude. And yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows, I just did not click with. I feel no need to go back to it. It's such a shame because I do think there are massive improvements from, say, Valhalla. Now, I preferred Valhalla's story 100%, even though it did drag on very long. I preferred and followed the story much better than this one. I felt like the acting was so much better in Valhalla than this one as well. So it's a shame I just didn't click with it. A lot of people liked it. There are a lot of positives, don't get me wrong. The combat was really fun. The graphics are beautiful. They took a lot of things out, like a damn torch I can't see in this damn world. But for me, I've put it to bed and I've just got it on the shelf for the collection. I don't know. It's a shame that that game just, for me, just didn't deliver whatsoever. But what are you gonna do? We've got loads of other games. I finished Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Oh my god, I literally cried at the ending because Henry is just one of the best freaking characters and I love that game. And it's one of those games that I've put to bed for now, but I just want to get back to playing. Now I'm trying to beat the first Berserker Kazan on hard. Kingdom Come, I could just go back and just keep playing that game. I still haven't played Days Gone. I want to buy Indiana Jones. There are so many games I want to play. I just have to make sure I can just get through these damn games. But Kingdom Come is ticked off the list. Next is the first Berserker Kazan. One of the hardest games I've ever played.